So I just had someone inform me, a worker here, that this is a Kufea, not a fuchsia, but the fuchsias, the flowers are very similar. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautifully beautiful. Ooh, the heleniums in here, I've been in love. I've wanted to get heleniums, and I'm definitely going to add some to my garden. Look at this euphorbia. Isn't that thing huge? Huge, huge, huge. Oh, there's a poppy over here still blooming. Let's get it. I'm going to take you over there. But look at that bright red spot. I think this is a 9 bark. Now look at this little ground cover. I just love how it's growing up this rock face. And it's got those bright fuchsia flowers. I'll have to find out what that is. But look, there's that Norway spruce. I walked by this yesterday, I had to touch it. It is so cool. Now there's Lithidora. That one's called Grace Ward. I have Lithidora. I don't know if it's that same variety, but I love it. It's tough as nails. And this is a very interesting Japanese maple. Look at this sedum. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at the leaf color even. I think I gotta get me some of that. I have tricolor, and I have one that gets a plum color, but I don't have this one. And then look with it planted with the Scotch moss, that color contrast. And there's your donkey tail euphorbia. That stuff takes off like a shot and comes up everywhere in my garden. I try to keep up with the seed heads so it doesn't spread. But look at this tree. This is a Purpurea pendula, European weeping purple beech. Isn't that thing magnificent? That is just outstanding color. It's almost black. So over here's the sedum and succulent garden. And the elfin thyme. I had some elfin thyme, that's what this is. And I think I put it in a spot that was much too hot for it. And I don't have it anymore. I think that would be beautiful in one of my metal heart frames that I've been doing in my garden. Trying to do, look at that sedum. Isn't that bright red? Just, oh, I love it. And how it just makes a patchwork of color. Beautiful ground cover. Okay, we're going to switch over to this bed over here. Some ornamental grasses. They have some black-eyed Susies. They're much smaller in the flower structure is much smaller than the ones I have, but they're still pretty. There goes some hummingbirds by. And heleniums, look at those. Aren't they beautiful with that blue? And then there's the Achillea, yarrow. I've seen this mix in the seeds, and I'm thinking I'm going to get me some. I really like that color. I had avoided it because I'm not big on yellow and orange in the garden, but I think I am changing my mind. And then you add this purple in. More heleniums. And look at that Verbena bonariensis back there. The purple with the yellow. I think this is an outstanding color combination. It just is impressive. Now I'm thinking, I don't know, I didn't see the thing. This is verbascum, but I'm not certain. But those spires are sure beautiful. I was gonna try see where the hummingbirds are. I was gonna get you a shot of them, but it's another salvia. I have this one, and what was fantastic about it is I broke off a piece accidentally, and then I just stuck it in some soil and it rooted. So it was very easy to root. Now look at this one. Isn't that ground cover beautiful? See, that is purple New Zealand Buyer. I never heard of that before.
Like this one looks Oh yeah, that one.
Let's go down this path. Looks like it's not very many people. People starting to fill up. I'm probably going to have a tough time getting in the dahlia garden. There's more of that elfin thyme. So here's one of those things where it has the hens and chicks. It's a log that's disintegrating, but it has all the sedums planted in it. I think I'm going to try that idea. I have some logs in the driveway that may do the trick. But look, some more alstromerias. I always somehow pronounce that wrong, so forgive me, but you get the idea of which plant I'm talking about. Up here is another color of the Achillea. Well, here's one over here too, the bright yellow. That's the typical one, and I'm not a big fan of it, but it does have its merits. But here, this pink, I have this in my garden, but just not so planted thickly together. I think I need to do that. Plant them very close together. So here's another, this is a Stachys macrantha superba. That's really pretty. Look at that salvia there. That is beautiful how big it gets. Mine don't get that big. They die back in winter and then have to recover, so they don't get that large. Look at this color of the Achillea. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those. What I also love is there's benches everywhere. They're dedicated to different people, but they're just beautiful. Look at this. Another pathway we're going to go down. No hummingbirds back here. Oh, look at this rose. That's growing up this. Isn't that pretty? See if I can zoom in. Hopefully I'm not too shaky. I'm trying to be slow and deliberate. One thing that's nice about coming to these gardens is you get some fantastic ideas. Color combinations, and then when you record it, yesterday I came through and took a bazillion photographs, so I can have some reference for things I may like to try. Most of these are drought tolerant, which is fantastic for California. Right now we're in a massive drought. Even some people's wells are running dry, even up here in Mendocino, where you wouldn't think they'd have a problem. Lake Mendocino is very, very low, so they've had drought problems too. Look at here's the crazy daisies. I have these, and I want to do some more. Look at this. You can see my hand. That thing is as big as my hand. They're just gorgeous. Easy to grow from seed. I grew mine from seed. They have cross-pollinated and come up. A lot of them have come up as singles or different types of singles rather than the real fluffy ones. So I need to start over with some more seeds and get lots more. Look at this penstemon. Gorgeous. More poppies. Look at this poppy down here. It's beautiful coloring. Oh, the beauty in this bed. This is the back side of that other bed. And here's where the hummingbirds are. Whoops, just flew away. He saw me coming. Oh, they're over there talking. Let me see if I can get him. He's sitting on that branch right up there. Back in there. Look at this soft yellow Achillea. That one's a real pretty one. That is the mix I thought it was. That's the paprika mix. A flower, some are drying. Grecian foxglove. Oh, I see it. Wow, that's very different. That's a Grecian foxglove, that white flower there. More Verbena bonariensis. Gets pretty tall. When it's grouped like that, it's really quite pretty. More over here of the same. Well, I said I wasn't going to take you to the rose garden, but I'm right here, so I think I will. So here is one called Sally Holmes. I've always wanted one of these. They're a nice, pretty single. That one has a snail on it. Right in there, it's a snail. And down here, look at this interesting Oreganum microphyllum, miniature oregano. Well, that's a new one for me. I hear a kitty cat. And these are Chinese foxgloves, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. And look at this beauty. Full of snails. I didn't know snails got up in on roses. You learn something new every day. That's a pretty pink rose. And up over the arbor, I think that is blush nosette, but I'm not certain. There should be a tag around here somewhere. Pretty beautiful arbor. But I don't know if you can read that. It says Felicite et Perpetu. So that's what that is. I've not heard of that one. There's some more. Rita salmons. Lots of vintage roses in here I have never heard of. Quite interesting. 1857 Rosa Hellenberg, Village Maid, introduced 1839. Now, Madame Plantier I've heard of. That's this one over here. Beautiful.
Hello, baby.
Yeah, you gotta leave the hummingbirds alone.
Do you think I have something for you?
You talker.